Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your day is going well. My day is going to go a little bit different. As you can see, this video is going to be quite short compared to my normal typical Friday videos. And that is just because I had some dental work done this morning. I got up really early this morning and went, and then I wasn't feeling amazing. My mouth was a little swollen and I was like, do I film for tomorrow or do I just film something for today and do a voiceover later? You know, when your mouth is not numb. And so that is what I opted to do. So today's Friday and I have a very, very easy day. It's a very easy Friday. I haven't had one of these easy Fridays in quite some time. I just had to get up in the morning. And like I said, I went this morning early. I got to get an appointment at 7 in the morning, which was awesome. So I was home before, like too late, about 8 o'clock. And I went for a nice long walk, came back and I'm like, okay, I need to do some moving and get some things done. And then I can relax because it's beautiful. It's like record temps in Florida right now, so I wanted to get out and enjoy the sunshine. So I'm just gonna clean up my kitchen here, wipe it down, get some dishes here in the sink that is from like last night, and get them cleaned up, and then kind of look over what kind of food we have for the weekend. So into my refrigerator here, and I'm just kind of, I think there was strawberry jam in there. We ate all that yogurt. The kids love that yogurt. I cannot wait to make more of it. And so just organizing the shelves. What else was in here? Oh, you know what was in here? The Twinkies. Those Twinkies I made, oh my goodness, they were the best I've ever made. That recipe was definitely a winner. I'm like, I am definitely gonna be making that again. So I was very, very happy with it. I made it on Wednesday and it was delicious. So that was something really good. And you know what else turned out really good was that beef stew. That beef stew, even Greg and I were like, that is the best tasting food ever. So I was very, very glad. So we have a lot of little leftovers in here, and that is just because I wasn't sure how I was going to be feeling and what I was going to be up to doing. So I wanted to make sure I had enough leftovers going into the weekend. So I opted to make like dinner last night. We had breakfast sandwiches out of the homemade bagels, and then that way I have a lot of little leftovers. But since I did feel like getting up, I did make a dinner tonight, and then I have lots of leftovers from the week that we get to have all weekend. So it works out really good. So this was the pasta, chicken and broccoli here. I was taking that out and then I want to put that into little bowls. So it was good. So yes, winner on the beef stew. I'm like, I was very surprised because the beef chunks were good. Everything tasted really good. So I will definitely want to make that again soon. And then those nectarines in there, I had to throw all those out. I bought those at Aldi. They were like just rotten, every single one. So I took them out and kind of like thought, maybe I let them sit for a little bit. No, they were gross. So that was definitely a waste of $4 or $5, however much the bag was. So I'm just taking this because I had this pan in here for a couple days and I want to take the leftovers and put them in glass dishes. It's nice when it's in the dishes and the kids see it and everybody knows, okay, leftovers, we must eat them up. So when they're in the refrigerator, they know what they got to eat up and do. So again, weekends are kind of hit or miss of who's home and who's not. So I don't have to worry about too many meals. And if I have to make something, I can always do some burgers or hot dogs this weekend. But I think that we'll have enough food just based on what we have here. So always dishes. I don't like I said, I don't know how the dishes accumulate in the sink after the dinner hour, but they do. Oh, actually I do, because everybody gets home at different times. Last night a lot of them came home later, and so there was just a lot in here afterwards, and so I'm like, that's okay. So the dishes in the dishwasher are clean, and so the person that puts them away, I just wash and then set them on top so it can kind of drain out, and then without getting water over the counter if I don't have to. And then it's easy for me. So I love my little pink mat here. This is great. It's like it's a silicone one. Great little purchase. It's like all I do is rinse it off and I set it outside to dry in between doing my dishes. So it's very good that way. I get my pot of coffee here for the weekend. We have been drinking more of the pot if I remember to fill it like beforehand, and so I get that ready. Oh, here's something I did. Okay, sourdough. Sourdough I don't think is our favorite bread, and that is quite all right. It's okay, I just don't think anybody really likes it. So I thought, why don't I do pizza crust with my sourdough? So here I'm using cornmeal on the bottom. After, eating the food now and after filming this and doing it, yeah, I just need to do more of the cornmeal on the bottom of all my pizzas because that was very, very good. So I wasn't really sure what this was gonna do or how it was gonna turn out, but it actually ended up being really good dough. So now I'm thinking, I could just do pizza dough with it that way, but I need to put some more spices in it. I just ended up just sprinkling on the top of it. So a little trial and error, but it was good. I mean, it was definitely good. So it's hard to stretch because, it's so like unstretchable, so I was sitting here pulling it, but I did put more cornmeal on the bottom, and then after I baked it, it reminded me of like getting pizza at like, you know, Little Caesars, or, you know, I don't think Hungry Howie's put that on the bottom. I think Little Caesars does, or they used to at least, on the bottom of their pizza. So, but it was good. So this was dough that I made last week, or was it Monday? I think it was whatever day it was. And then I had it in my refrigerator. We made a loaf of bread this week, ate some. Just not a favorite. It's like they'll have a piece, but everybody's like, I don't really like the sour taste. So I'm like, that's okay. So I thought I'll do the pizza here. It actually was kind of a winner. So I put it in my oven at 400 degrees. And I did it in my high bake. That's all I was gonna do. This is dinner, porcupine meatballs. Now this is a freezer meal that I put together, and it's basically meatballs, and then you add rice in it, like not cooked rice in it. And so a long time ago, I made this long time ago. So let me give you what I put in here. I put a can of tomato sauce, and then these are crushed tomatoes, and I put the whole big can there. The recipe was just half of like a 15-ounce can, but I only had a 30-ounce can. Okay, we can talk for a minute because I checked my pizza. I forgot to put the garlic salt on it, so that's what I was doing. I'm like, let me hurry up and put that on the crust. Maybe it'll taste better. I put that in a little bit of Italian seasoning. Okay, put that back in, let that cook. So this is gonna be, the meatballs are frozen in the slow cooker. So this is crushed tomatoes. We put tomato sauce in there, and then the recipe called for like Worcestershire sauce and pepper, and I was like, I just didn't know if that sounded good. So I just did it like a spaghetti. I put garlic salt in here. I ended up putting in Italian seasoning, and then sugar. That was what the other thing was in it. So an onion powder in here. I was thinking, what else did I put in here? Onion powder. And then I didn't put it on camera on here, but I did sneak some in here, and it was the tomato soup base bouillon. That's the sugar. Tomato soup base bouillon in here. And that I feel like was game changer, because I think I kind of saw a couple different recipes and people use like tomato soup. That's or pepper. And I was like, So that's why I put the bouillon in there, and that really did make it taste way better. So I just put the lid on this here. The other recipe put water in it, but I didn't put water because I had, they were frozen. So I just turned it on high and left it on the counter for about 4 hours, and it cooked. The meatballs were uncooked, so they were raw, and it did really good. I was very, very happy with the way that they tasted. I was like, oh, definitely different than regular meatballs, even though it was the same meat mixture that I used for my regular spaghetti meatballs. And so it was good. And then it says to serve over rice, so I was just making a couple cups of rice here. So that was I definitely will be making this again. I'll see how the family all enjoys it, but after eating it, I'm like, that was really very, very tasty. So I have still some cauliflower remember the cauliflower, kind of ground it up, food processor it, and so I'm gonna serve my meatballs on top of that, and I'll have that tonight, and everybody else can have some rice here. So just a pot of rice, very simple. Let it come to a boil. I was making my day be so easy today. I didn't have to do school, I didn't have to do anything, I don't have to go anywhere else. It worked out really good. So this I just left out over here, and then while that was going on there, and then I took the pizza crust out of the oven here. So the only thing I didn't do, I probably should have put it on parchment paper, but it was no big deal. I wasn't sure if I should spray it first or what I should do. It wasn't too bad of a deal, because I do like the cornmeal on the bottom. So if you spray it and put the cornmeal, does it not stick that way? I'm not really sure. So I was just taking my spatula, scraping underneath it. It didn't like stick to it at all after I did this. But I'm thinking for future, if I do this again, I'm wondering if I should spray it and then put the cornmeal down. So I wasn't really sure. And then I remembered I had marinara sauce. I was gonna open it, but it was like the big giant cans. And so I just got a jar of spaghetti sauce. It was easy. And then here I took some butter. Yep, butter on the outside. Because again, I was trying to soup this up because I was afraid that no one's gonna like it because I didn't know the sourdough. So I'm like, let me dock it up to be amazing, because otherwise they're gonna be like, ew, it's gross. So I just taken some butter and kind of going around the crust as best I could after it was already baked. I think it was like 10 minutes in my oven, just kind of flinging, trying to get it out there melted. And then all I'm gonna do is put some garlic salt in here and Italian seasoning and sprinkle on there, just to give it just a little bit more flavor, because again, I felt like it was like nobody likes it, so I didn't want to waste my time making it here, but I didn't want to throw it away either. So I'm like, what can I make that people are gonna like? So I don't know, they did mind it, so I need to make it again, but then I'm like, can I do bagels with it? I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see here. So, but this was the pizza crust. I made this here with just spaghetti sauce. It was very simple. Put it on, And then I had cheese, and I remember they didn't have mozzarella cheese, so I bought Monterey cheese, and I thought, I'll just shred it up and throw it, just pawn it off as mozzarella cheese. And so my kids, they were like, cheese tastes different, Mom. It doesn't taste like mozzarella. Where I'm in my head thinking this pizza tastes delicious. And I'm like, is it really that good, or is it just me? And so I'm like, ooh, it's Monterey Jack cheese. That's why it tastes a little bit different. And so Jensen's I do with his diet cheese here, so I was just cutting the crust so I kind of separate it a little bit so that his pizza didn't get mixed in with everybody else's. So the diet cheese works great. We like that one. He does lactose free, and it's just a good cheese. It works really good. It melts nice. It's just very, very similar to regular cheese, so the diet brand. So this is the Monterey Jack cheese. I thought it was mostly mozzarella, but now come to find out that's what it was, because my kids who have very good tasting abilities were like, that doesn't taste like mozzarella, Mom. And I'm like, oh, it's because it was not. But that's okay. I had the cheese in the freezer, so I'm kind of sitting here breaking it apart with my hands trying to get it on the pizza, but that's a good thing. Just bang it on the counter, whatever you gotta do to make it work, right? But this was a good way to use this crust up, because I did not want to waste the dough, and I'm like, what do I make? No one likes the bread, so I'm like, you know what, pizza dough. I think I can do pizza dough. So I'm gonna have to look. I'll watch the lady that I did this recipe from. I think she has a pizza one as well, so I'll kind of see if her is the same as the bread dough. It was good. I mean, it made it nice and crispy. Like the outside was crispy and then the inside was chewy. I guess basically like sourdough bread, right? So I think that's why I thought it tasted really good. And then just gonna put everything away here. Like I said, it was the easiest Friday of my day. It was like very enjoyable and like no huge expectations. It was good, because when you have yourself set up to like, I thought I would just be like down and out and just not really feel like anything. So I'm like, you know what, if I don't do anything else, that's okay. I can just lay and sleep and rest, and everybody else can do their thing. But now I didn't have that option. I actually felt really good. So I'm like, you know what, let me get it all done, and it makes life even a little bit better. So here's the pizza out of the oven. Look at that. It was so good. Like the bottom, look at that. It looks just like pizza. It looks like pizza you buy at the place. So I wanted to cut a little piece just to try it, because it looks so yummy. Look at the back. It just looks like a Little Caesars pizza. I'm trying to hear I'm eating it really, really carefully, because I just had some dental work done. So I'm like, that was good. Very good. Yeah, I like pizza, but I don't usually love pizza, but it was good. And this is what I did. I took my cup of water and my piece of pizza, and I sat down on the couch. You know what I watched? I have a favorite movie that my kids watch that I think is good, and it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Not the first one, the second and third one. That's the only one. I don't like the first one at all, but I feel like the second and third one's just good, clean family fun. So I sat here, and kids kind of came in and out and watched and just kind of laughed with it. And then you know what? Look at that outside, because it was gorgeous. The temperature is like 90 something degrees, record high right now. So I spent my afternoon, look at that, we got mangoes growing. We're gonna have mangoes on our tree. This is where I spent my afternoon. Came out in the sun, enjoyed some pool time and just relaxing. So it was a good end to my day. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. A little bit different for me. I'll be back again on Monday. All right, see ya, bye.